Radio. I'm DJ SKEE. He is Alesso. Welcome into the building.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for coming up here. Congratulations on everything and all the success. How are you feeling right now?
Great. Yeah, great.
Good. You got an album coming out next year?
Yes.
Def Jam?
Yes.
It's so awesome to see artists like yourself on labels like Def Jam. Growing up, did you think you'd have a deal with these guys?
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
So how'd this whole thing come about?
Basically through a meeting. I wanted, to sign my album and my records on a label where I felt, comfortable and some, who understands me and my music. And there was no doubt that Def Jam would be it.
Def Jam was the place. Now, when did you first know that you were going to make a career out of this and DJing and producing was going to be your life? Was there a moment for you where you realized, like, this is what I'm going to do? It's more than just a hobby.
I think it was when I did my first opening for Sebastian Ingrosso in Sweden, Stockholm. He had like a small show there and I played right before him. He was like, okay, let's see what happens. And it went great. And my friends and family were there too. And they were like, wow. And I just,
That's crazy. And I heard that there's a kind of a funny story on how you got connected with him.
Yeah.
How did you meet him?
I met him through his father, actually. My girlfriend at that time, she used to work at this coffee place. And his father came there and had his morning coffee every day. And he's kind of a loud person. He speaks, loudly, so everybody hears what he's saying. And he was, and all of a sudden he started talking to my girlfriend at that time and said like, yeah, maybe you know my son. And she said, yeah, my boyfriend is a big fan. He makes music as well. And then he's like, oh, cool. Well, they should, maybe meet or something. Yeah. And so I passed the CD.
Wow.
I gave a CD to Seb's father, and then he passed it on to Seb. And that's how
it really worked. Usually in those situations, like you pass a CD and never hear anything. He got back to you right away. What was
Yeah, that is true. It takes a while for people to listen to your demos.
Yeah, right.
It's not the first thing you do.
Plus he gets a few, I'm sure. So for yours to stand out.
Yeah. He just
really
liked
cool.
it, I guess.
That's awesome. What's your guys' relationship like right now? What's he think about your
we're
success?
like best friends. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's in the beginning it was, just business really. But we felt, that it didn't take long until we became really good friends. We both, love making music. We love hanging out and, doing these shows. And yeah, it was a very natural progress. Yeah.
That's great. What's the biggest piece of advice or biggest thing you've learned from him about, just the industry?
I would say it's not, nothing comes by itself. Like you have to push every moment to its best, everything is up to you. It's no one's going to care more about your career and your music than yourself.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. And
so that's the best advice I got from him.
And you're always, in this industry, only as hot as your latest record. How do you stay motivated to keep producing, hit after and getting these hits? Each record you release seems to be bigger and bigger than the last, which is great.
I think you just need to be inspired and, not... Sometimes you need to take breaks and, do other stuff to kind of get, get that fire back again and, get that passion and inspiration back. It's really important because like when you keep doing the same thing, you kind of get stuck and you just need to find a way out and relax a bit and then come back and, as many artists do, I guess.
That's true. What's your best recording process? Is there a place you record, better records at? Do you have to take a break? Can you do stuff on the road? What's the best working environment for you?
It's just where I really feel comfortable, really. Where I don't like being in this big expensive studios because I get stressed that I need to produce something really. It needs to be like a very chilled environment. Yeah, it's true,
That's true. Plus, there's really a lot of artists that don't realize you don't really need that nowadays.
No, you don't.
Some of the biggest hits are,
you don't need it at all. I just need a pair of good speakers, and maybe a microphone for someone to record, and that's it, really.
And that's it. Now, what was the first record you recorded? Do you remember how old you were?
Yeah, I think I was 17. Yeah.
Okay. And how did you learn how to produce? Did you kind of learn yourself? Did you?
I actually did learn a lot myself because I didn't have any friends were people I knew who make music at that time. Not until I met Seb. So it was hard. I had to YouTube a lot of stuff, and you know, I was asking, you know, people that, you know, I kind of annoyed at that time. But yeah, like I said, there wasn't really any much help I got. I kind of have to learn everything myself. And I think that's a good way also to do it, you know.
Any production tips you have out there for aspiring producers and engineers? Anything that you would advise them to, or any?
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake everyone does in the beginning of producing is that it should sound loud. That's what I was thinking. Like, if it's loud, it sounds good. You know, that's the best. It's not. You know, there's one knob you just press. You know, squeeze up if you want it to be louder. You know,
it's true.
So that was. I think that's a beginner's mistake. I did that. I thought that was important, but it just ended up sounding bad.
What's your thoughts on the whole status of electronic music as a whole? Because I mean, it's just taken over the world, even here in the States, which some people thought it would never, you know, come over here and expand. And now it's, you see the shows that you're doing. What's your thoughts on the status of electronic music in general?
I think it's great where it is. Like, I think it deserves to be in where it is right now. It got, you know, the tension that I really think it, you know, should be at, because in the beginning I was like, why aren't more people listening and enjoying this music, you know, really? So I think it's just great.
Yeah.
It's just great where it is.
Now, how would you respond to you know, there's a lot of older people, especially people from an older generation, who criticize the whole field and say, you know, oh, it's just, you know, even when I go to a show, it's all, you know, they just hit play. They don't have to do anything yet. You know, when you go to, like, I know you just had a show out here. I wish I could have made it, but I heard it was just electric. The Shrine. It
was great.
And it's nuts. How would you explain to them what happens at a live show and why it's much more than just hitting a button?
Because all the records that I play that are mine, I produce them. Like, I've been in the studio working my ass off. You know, I'm not like the greatest pianist, but I play a little bit piano. I make the beats, I make all those stuff, and then I play it out, and I do that combined with other records, and I add stuff, I add elements into the record live through my CDJs. I mix them, I loop them, it's planned together with my team, with the visuals, the pyro, everything that's going on. I might not be singing, but I'm
and it's really
doing stuff like
and it's entertainment.
Yeah, it's and that's exactly. It's a way of, it's an entertainment, exactly like you say. It's an entertainment on its own category. You know, it's a show. You know, it's you know. Yeah, that's basically it. And I think it's being misjudged just because I'm not singing or playing a guitar, but I believe I'm playing a certain instrument through my CDJs. That's how I do it. Like, it's my way of performing, and you know, I don't really care if they don't think that's, you know, live or whatever you call it. To me, it's live. It's happening at the moment as we're doing it, you know, at the same time as we're playing it, as we're doing the show.
Now, you mentioned the shows and how there's so much more to it. There's pyro, there's all those things. How much, especially because the bar has been raised so much in recent years with these huge productions and huge shows. How much do you put into your show? What's coming up next with it? And how do you, like, stand out amongst all these? You know, there's a lot of DJs out there very successful putting on these huge shows. So what do you do now to stand up? Because it seems like, you know, before just having like a LED wall would have been the coolest thing ever. Now that's like, you know.
I think it's, you know, to really surprise yourself, really surprise, whether it's a track or it's, you know, we trying to find different ways all the time to create something new out of what we do, but still also, you know, give them what they came there to see, you know. So it's just, you know, hard work.
Yeah,
and,
man.
You know, I talk to my crew all the time, my team that are helping me build this show, and I
I read you actually thanked them in the middle after the show in LA. Everybody was I saw a review that was talking about that.
Yeah, because, you know, even though I asked them, can we do this? They are still helping me make the show become great, because, like, for example, I have a VJ and he's doing all the stuff on the screens live too. Like, he's switching out and making them look good, combined with the records that we went through before. So yeah, it's really a combination of everyone, and yeah,
going across the world. Favorite place you've played in so far? Has there been a favorite show or favorite venue, or just a city that you really enjoy going to that you're looking forward to?
Well, I love coming here.
Yeah,
I love coming here. Like Shrine was amazing.
Yeah,
I love playing in New York. I love playing in Ibiza. Bunch of countries I love.
Yeah, they're all good places.
Yeah, I think it's more of the situation, like, or what kind of show it is really. Like Shrine, I've been looking forward to that show until we decided to do it again, because we did it last year.
Yep.
And when the subject came up again to do it again, you know, I got super excited because you know, it's Shrine, it's a big show. We can, you know, bring all this amazing production to it. So yeah,
it's crazy. Now, let's see, the album coming out next year.
Yeah.
Over the next 5 years, in 5 to 10 years, what do you want to accomplish when we're sitting down? You know, a decade from now, you've done all this. What are your goals in this industry and life?
Yeah, well, hopefully I've learned a lot more, you know, when it comes to producing or songwriting, whatever it is, and you know, evolved as an artist and producer. And hopefully that time I've been able to collaborate with some other really talented artists, you know, singer and songwriters. Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time, sitting down with us, man. You're welcome up here anytime. Congratulations on your success, and have a great year. We'll see you next year with the album.
Yes.
It's going down on Dash. I'm DJ SKEE, Alesso. We'll be right back.